All right. Welcome back to the Alphax channel. And today we're going to look at, you probably read the title and you see where we are right now. All relationships are doomed. Okay, so I'm going to do the usual format where I haven't read it. I haven't read the post yet. And I just saw it right now. And I wanted to talk about it. Why? Because I think, well, it's something we talk about all the time here, is to look at relationships that look like they're doomed or that are probably doomed. But obviously it's something I completely disagree with. Though, I don't know why I disagree with it. Like, I don't really have, like, actual founded argument on it. But hey, we're young, and so that's what we're doing here, is actually creating a nice argument for relationships not being doomed and for actually having hope for the future, guys. What the fuck? Like, let's not just fucking give up on it, bro, and just be like, hey, it's fucking doomed. We're not gonna do anything about it anymore. Let's not do that at all. But I also want to see and talk to people and talk about it with people who think it's completely doomed and see why that is the case. And today we're gonna start that with our friend Ramen of Gummies. Let's go. I'm so tired of the relationship advice and I'm right, you're wrong mentality. I have absolutely no what he means by no. I don't know what he means by I'm right, you're wrong. I don't know if he's talking about like red pill stuff or people who are a little bit more progressive that give advice. Let's see. For some reasons, it seems like people cannot accept that other people have different preferences when it comes to romantic relationships. They feel the need to automatically rage and attack you as soon as you disagree with them about something. Okay? For example, when it comes to things like body count, clothing choices, body hair, porn usage, cheating, etc., people feel the need to tell you that you're wrong if you don't share the same preference as them when it comes to these things. Clothing choice? I don't know about that one. Porn, I get it for like religious people. Cheating, I get it for like literally fucking anyone that's like, I don't want to be cheated on. That's I feel like that's a fair criteria. Like, yo, bro, I wouldn't like you to cheat. It's like, fair enough. I don't know a lot of people that would like that. It's like, when you lie to me and you hide things from me and you ignore me because you talk to other people, I love it, bro. Please. So I don't know if he's talking about cheating as in lying, or if he's talking about having sex with other people, so the openness of the relationship. Body count, I get it. Yeah, I don't think it's really attractive to be with someone that had sex with like a lot of other people, unless you've had sex with a lot of people yourself. That could be a little bit of a problem, obviously. And that's a man and woman thing, right? Like, I think there's also a lot of women that are like, yeah, if a guy had sex with like 70 girls at like 23, I'd rather have the guy that had sex with like 6. I think it's just like a general thing of like being able to trust someone. It's like, if you've been in that many relationships, how do I know I'm just going to be number 71? You know, it just feels like more like insignificant for the person that you're talking to be with you. So it feels like less special. I feel like that makes sense. You know, all right. If you prefer your partner to be a virgin or have a low body count, there's nothing wrong with that. If you are as well. Okay. If you prefer, so wait, for example, when it comes to things like, but no. Feel the need to say, okay. If you prefer your partner to dress modestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If you prefer your partner to keep their body hair, there's nothing wrong with that. Or to shave, to refrain from porn usage, etc., and vice versa. So where you're telling people what's okay, sure. I think, doesn't everybody think that though? Like, is it not okay to want your partner to be a virgin? I mean, who said that? Like, I think that people get mad mostly when they get blamed for their body count more than wanting a virgin girlfriend, especially if they're also a virgin themselves. And it's also weird from like men that aren't virgins at all, that only value virginity when it comes to females. That's also really fucking annoying. But it's not annoying because of what they want. It's annoying because of their double standards and their sense of superiority towards someone else. That's what's annoying. Okay, fair enough. If you prefer your partner to keep their body hair, people have different preferences and boundaries in relationships. What you consider cheating may not be what others consider cheating. Okay, so I'll give an opinion about that. It actually doesn't fucking matter. So, like, what cheating is generally, I think, a crossing of boundary. So, for example, if your girlfriend told you, hey, I don't want you to go in clubs. I think clubs are filthy because you're religious or something. I think clubs are filthy, and if you go there, it's only to do filthy things, right? And you catch yourself in a club one day, you're like, woo, let's go. I'm gonna go clubbing. It doesn't matter if, to me, for example, I don't think my if my girl goes in a club, it's cheating. that's fair enough for me. But if somebody else thinks that's cheating, sure, they're gonna have a harder time finding a relationship, but that's fine. That's also fine. Like, you can say what cheating is. That's whatever you want, bro. That's whatever you're comfortable with. Like, some people are comfortable with other people hugging their girls. Some others aren't. Like, like, what's wrong? If it's okay for someone to want someone else that's a virgin. If I don't hug nobody, why would I want you to hug somebody else? And I'll call that cheating, because you're basically just making me very uncomfortable, which I ask you not to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, some other people are comfortable with having sex with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable with that. Neither is my girl. And it's not about like it being right or wrong. It's about the personal contract you made with someone. So I don't think there is no general cheating. It's like, what you don't consider as cheating, maybe consider as cheating to others. Yeah, that's why you talk about it. So you put your cheating boundaries as first things first, mate. For example, some people may consider watching porn cheating. Yes, that's why you talk about it before you get with someone. How is that a bad thing? It's called a boundary. If you don't like it, there's someone else, it's easy. Okay, some people may not consider it cheating. Some people may even watch it together with their partner. And what exactly is wrong with that? If you don't like it, date someone else, it's that easy. Okay, so you seem to have like pretty clear boundaries. I don't see what the problem is. And that goes for everything, like body count, clothing choices, etc. If you don't like it, leave. Nobody owes you a relationship, and people feeling a need to attack you because your personal preferences is childish. But you don't give any example of this happening to anyone. I don't know what you're talking about when you're like, people attack you for what? What do they attack you for? No one is wrong for their preferences. Something that works for you may not work for other people. No, okay, there is no right or wrong when it comes to romantic preference, of course, unless they're predatory. Sure, meaning like actual like assault and like high level manipulation. What I mean by that is like literally using people's weaknesses against their own selves. You know what I'm saying? The worst part about it is that people don't even discuss these things before coming into the relationships. They should. How do you not? Okay, so the worst thing about it is that people don't discuss these things, and this is what I don't really understand the title on like how relationships are doomed. Because you give actual pretty good advice. So it's like, yeah, if they're not doomed, it's not that hard to do and people can actually apply it. I think it's just that people don't know. They don't know these things. I'm going to assume they don't, or at least they don't understand them. Because, especially if we talk about young people specifically, we're pretty stupid. We're pretty dumb as young people. I'm not going to lie. I found myself to be extremely dumb whenever like an older person says, hey, like this is like that. I'm sure older people are also very dumb, but I think there's things that like we don't know at all that we get to know for experience. And this is a big part of it. Our parents don't know how to be in a relationship in 2025. Like, your parents can't tell you what to do right now because they didn't live in the same world as you. So you have to discover it for yourself. And it hurts, unfortunately. But yes, discussing these things before your relationship is extremely important. And that's, I think, something that people don't really know. How do you not discuss boundaries, morals, values, etc.? Because we have so many other things that to distract us. You know what I'm saying? I guess the fact that we have like the sexual liberations makes it so that people have sex faster, so maybe they can ignore like some parts of themselves in order to actually fulfill other parts of themselves. You get called insecure for having boundaries. And what exactly is wrong with that? Since when being insecure about certain things in a relationship not being normal? I'm afraid that if you never feel insecure or do not have any boundaries, chances are you don't really care about being in a relationship with that person. Sure, I don't know. I don't know. Some people just like not having boundaries. I think that's the case. If you never feel insecure. I know some people that never feel insecure and they just never felt like, they don't feel like that about anything, right? They think they're the best at everything. They don't feel insecure about shit, you know. Some people just work like that. That's fine. I think what becomes a problem is that when your boundary is being crossed and you don't communicate that, that's a big problem. Like, obviously when someone crosses your boundaries, you're going to want to communicate that as well as possible and as fast as possible so they don't do it again. If you're dating someone with a higher body count or watches porn regularly, people feel the need to shame or embarrass you. How? Where? Again, I don't really understand where that comes from. How is someone else's relationship any of your business? And he's right, or she's right. I don't know who's writing this, but it's not, right? I guess that, but I feel like, okay, let me know if I'm wrong, but doesn't everybody find this wrong? Like, don't you think that people judging you on your relationship standards is wrong? Most people around you, like, do people shame you guys because of what you do in your relationship? Do you even fucking talk about like how much porn you watch or how much or what you do or your body count with other people? about your partner? And if so, how many people actually judge you negatively for that? Like, unless you're like, I'm happy in my relationship, this is who I'm with. Who the fuck is like, oh yeah, no, that's not the right relationship for you, when you just said you were happy? Like, these things are a problem if you're unhappy, and if you're unhappy about these things, then maybe like there's a deeper talk to have, you know? It's like, oh, you watching porn and I'm unhappy. It's like, okay, here are ways that you could maybe be more okay with him, or him watching it less, so that you guys can come to a common ground, right? Like, there's common grounds to be, you know what I'm saying, talked about here. But if someone is like, I'm happy and this is my relationship, who the fuck gets judged like that? I feel like people like that have their relationship judged are people who are unhappy and have questionable things, like their partner doing things that they don't necessarily like. Then that's what you're gonna point out and be like, yeah, this is why you're not happy. But if people are happy, it doesn't fucking matter what they do, right? You may not agree with the boundaries another person has set in their relationship, but that is their relationship, not yours. Easy. And you don't get to decide what is wrong and what is right, what is cheating and what is not, and what is good and what is bad. Yeah, you're right. So like, if like I think that my girl going clubbing is cheating, and my bro's girl goes clubbing and my bro, she's cheating on you, you're obviously fucking stupid. You're entitled to your own opinion, but not of people's opinions or relationships. Overall, I'd wish people would just mind their business. Sorry about the rant. Okay, I thought it was actually gonna be him talking about her, talking about like how fucked relationships are today, but I felt like it was actually a couple of good advice for people to apply, low-key, and an actual like nice little beginning of a guide, I guess, to have like a nice and cozy relationship. Sure, I agree with most of what he said. Still don't really get the title, but it's fine, because we're gonna give that video the exact same title, baby. Yes. So obviously not all relationships are doomed. I think there's a lot of things here that you can apply into your own relationship and see it work. Most of the things he said is pretty good, and it generally just talks about how people feel. Now, I have an idea. Do you guys think that I should make a bigger video going into like psychological papers and research in order to kind of like see why relationships are the way they are today? Obviously, like thinking about like talking about dating apps, or talking about, you know, like the disappearance of the third place, so that people only go to their house and their jobs. The fact that people are so different right now, or at least today, that it's really hard to find like a common place with men and women, specifically when our differences have been made so fucking obvious. Like, it feels like we're more equal, but I feel like our differences between men and women have been really pointed out in the past like 5 years, especially on the internet. So let me know what you guys think. Specifically, let me know what you guys think about, like, you know, what happens when you tell people controversial things about your relationship. How do they react? I guess that like people can react negatively, but do you get affected by that? Does that piss you off? Like, do you not understand that they just don't get it and that it's not their relationship? Or do you actually just genuinely get positive feedback from what you say about your relationship, even if it's not good? Let me know. And that was it for today, guys. Outfox out. Thank you for watching.